columns was hit by a cargo ship. The Baltimore City Fire Department says it is unsure how many vehicles were on the bridge when this happened, but there was a tractor trailer on it. Take a look at this video. CBS's Jared Hill is here with more on this story. Jared, this video just so dramatic.
I mean, this is unbelievable, Chanel. Looking at this video where you see the ship hit one of the columns and then the bridge just collapse into the water. What we've been learning over the past couple of hours as we've been speaking with some of the officials there is that as of now they're searching for about 20 people potentially. This is according to the Baltimore City Fire Chief in some interviews from earlier this morning. Again, this happened around 1:30 or so a.m. Darkness is making this search that much more difficult. They're saying you can see it, just how black it is in that scene there. Again, so a large ship, we are learning, hit a column there. The bridge collapsed. No word on the cause or exactly what happened in this situation. That's something that's being investigated. This is being referred to as a mass casualty response, although no word right now on if there are any injuries or any fatalities yet.
Right, and we're looking here, we should note, at live pictures of the scene, a very fluid operation. Jared, can you walk us through the search and rescue operation this hour? What's happening on the ground?
Yeah, so we do know that there are some dive teams that have been dispatched to this region, again, because this is in the middle of a river there in Baltimore that crosses the harbor in the Baltimore area. And so we know that there are multiple agencies, as you can see, a lot of the flashing lights. But again, the fact that this is so dark and that this is happening in the water is making a lot of this that much more difficult, that much more harrowing of a search.
And what about the number of people who we now know might be missing?
Right, so at the first check, we had heard numbers somewhere around 7. The latest numbers we're hearing potentially double that, around 20 or so people. We do know, again, that there was little traffic on the bridge. This is 1:30 in the morning on a Tuesday, and so not a ton of people were there, but there was at least this tractor trailer and potentially some other vehicles. We are hearing reports of multiple vehicles having fallen into the water at the time of this bridge collapse. And so, again, we're waiting for more information, likely waiting for daylight, as these crews are able to just get a better feel for exactly what they're dealing with.
And we can see lights and sirens in these live images of the scene from Baltimore this hour. Jared, you mentioned it's a multi-agency response to the incident. What does that mean? Who's involved here?
Yeah, so we do know that there is Baltimore City Fire Department is involved with this. There's also been some conversation with Coast Guards, seeing as how this is happening again in a waterway there. We also know that the Baltimore City mayor, as well as the county executive for the county of Baltimore, have been in contact. They're both on their way there. We also know that the governor of Maryland has been contacted regarding this as well. And then you got to remember that this is a bridge that is used by a lot of people to get not only around the Baltimore area, but there are some pretty major airports in the area, and so the Baltimore-Washington International Airport has been telling people to use alternate routes if they need to get to the airport this morning. And so this could cause some pretty significant headaches for folks in that area as well.
Yeah, I want to ask more about the area where this happened, because my understanding is it serves as sort of an essential link of Interstate 695. So what's happening in the surrounding boroughs?
Yeah, so this is, again, this is a key bridge that is utilized by people in this area around Baltimore. It's not the only bridge that's there, so it's not a situation where, you know, people are completely cut off, but this will definitely make a commute more difficult there. This is also a relatively, as you can see here, this is not over top of a highway. It's not in the middle of the city, but this is a bridge that is utilized by a lot of folks in the Baltimore area on a consistent basis.
Okay, Jared Hill, thank you for this information. We appreciate this. Let's go live now to our Nicole Skanga, who's live on the ground. Nicole, I know you just got there moments ago, but walk us through what you're seeing and hearing there.
Yeah, Chanel, a mass casualty event, a multi-agency rescue and recovery now underway. Just a harrowing scene. The Baltimore Fire Department chief saying up to 20 people plunged into the water when an outbound cargo ship collided with a main support beam of the Francis Scott Key Bridge here in Baltimore, and multiple vehicles in the water as well, including a tractor trailer and a boxcar. There is just a massive effort underway by first responders, federal, state, local law enforcement, including dive teams that have been deployed, the U.S. Coast Guard, state and local police, the Maryland Transportation Authority. A top priority right now, of course, those rescue and recovery efforts. But we should point out that this is a major thoroughfare, and a 950-foot cargo ship flagged in Singapore now sitting in the port of Baltimore. This partial collapse stalling a 1.5-mile bridge. Responsible